Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 The Lost Expedition, playing as, now, the new Colorado Republic. And as a result, holding claims all over this territory, so much that we can do going forward. We do still need to justify some war goals, which is going to take 80 days, and that's a bit long, but we need that if we are going to be able to punch through and start conquering stuff. The claims do speed things up quite a bit. I've been thinking through my war plan here, and honestly, while I think we could easily beat someone like the Black Canyon, they have potentially quite a few troops, and I don't like some of these bottlenecks we're looking at. So what we may want to do is actually deliberately back up with our troops. And encourage them to back away from these strait crossings, which we've used to great effect in the past. I'm thinking we may want to do something like that. So we're going to go for a fallback line that's kind of like all the way back over here, I think. Yeah, something like this. And then you are going to have a fallback line specifically right here with the intention of, after they start swarming their troops through, we punch through this area, get across the strait, and maybe work our way along the coast and trap a bunch of his troops in a noose. It's worked well against the AI in the past, and I think that we have to try for something like that again. Though I hope that the AI actually falls for it. In fact, actually, they won't. Here's why they won't. If there's no victory points, they'll push for it a little bit, but they won't be as crazy about it. What we do is we actually go for something like this. We leave Saratoga vulnerable. But by leaving a victory point open, we can push forward later. The important thing is just to tempt them to actually move their troops forward. The AI falls for this. All the time they fall for this. Anyway, we're going for the executives for the judicials, which will get me a couple of extra arms workshops. We are not yet producing any robots, and we probably should do that because it's something I know I want to start integrating into some troops. Speaking of which, we should probably also try getting some additional support companies if only I had a little bit more experience to work with. We can go ahead and start doing some training and try to build up at least a little bit of experience so I can get some extra fire value in the form of explosives or machine guns. I don't really care which. Reconnaissance tech is done. Good. What are we going for next? Well, could research things like the chem mixture. Haven't been worrying about that yet. Could go for a boost to some weaponry production. Do we want to go for energy weapons or rifles? So the real difference is that energy weapons is better against any sort of armor. You have better piercing value, better heart attack, but worse breakthrough, and they're more expensive. So if you're going against pure infantry, the service rifle is superior. If you're going up against motorized or tanks or power armor, the common energy weapons is superior. I don't think that we're going to be fighting any power armor or tanks, though. I just don't see that happening with Lanius. Maybe we want to go for the service rifles. And this is a little bit ahead of time, but a little bit of extra breakthrough could be kind of huge. Maybe we try for that. I don't know, I'll give it a go. Now, we have been a little bit slow to expand in the last couple of videos because we've been trying to prevent the Zax's computer from cannibalizing itself. We do not have enough supply. We should have enough supply. What do you guys... Oh, right, you guys are training, that's why. We have been trying to prevent the computer from cannibalizing upon itself, and we've done that fairly well. Civilian factory output speed for factory output could be good. This is pretty tempting, too. Donald the Efficiency Maniac. I like that. We don't need it right now. Military factory construction speed's pretty solid, too. We're gonna go for the civilian factories, because I know I am building some of those. Anyway, yeah, so if we look over here, Tlaloc is gone. Bye. The dying Zax's computer is going to be fixed by July 2279 is when it's going to die. That's in under a year. But in only 200 days, we'll finish with the advanced circuitry. You guys hear that? That's not the music. Is there a new sound effect when Tlaloc dies? I think there might be. What do you know? Alright, that laundry machine is too loud. Hang on. Yoinkus! Still haven't had a chance to put up the poster back there, but I will eventually, don't you worry. Yeah, I think there might be a new sound effect when Tlaloc dies. That's kind of creepy. Anyway. Alright, where were we? I don't know, we were doing a thing. Hey, we got troops. We'll assign you guys to this army wherever possible. All of you. Because I want plenty of troops that can burst through this. This is the important place. Trying to get up to 10 experience just so I can get a small boost to something, though, depending on what I've been producing enough of. What do we have? Mostly we have fire team weapons, so I probably would be adding those onto my divisions first. I don't know if we have enough for that, but I'll go for what I can. All right, anyway, executives for the judicals. Not the judicials, the judicals. There's a difference, if you didn't know. Anyway, we'll use them. I don't know what this is going to do for me exactly. It gave me some factories. Next, we actually could go for something right down here, the Colorado Republic. Oh, justify war goal time with Manifest Destiny. Absolutely, we're doing that. I love Manifest Destiny. I'm an American. And the reason Manifest Destiny appeals to me is because it reeks of imperialism, which y'all know I'm a big fan of, for various different reasons. So yeah, actually, yes, justifying the war goal time reduction could be kind of nice for me, I'm not gonna lie. That could be really nice. All right, so how are we doing as far as equipment? We're a little bit low on some stuff. I'll train this up once more, and then we'll want to stop and probably rearrange. Building up some 20 combat widths would obviously be better. But honestly, it's less important, I find, in Old World Blues, unless you have, like, a lot to work with. Light machine guns are ready for an upgrade. Good, we'll do that. And what else should we research? Great question. We could go for some breakthrough value. It's a little bit ahead of time. We could go for... I don't really know if I want any of that. Definitely not any of those. We're a bit ahead of time on all that. What about these? Could go for upgrades to our factories, as well as some recruitable population factor. Yeah, probably should do this. Go ahead and boost up that production a little bit further. It's still worth it. It's still important. We want it. Okay, good enough. I'm just really anticipating that maybe I'm making a mistake with this computer. I hope there's nothing I have to do besides stabilizing the matrix. It says here, get event the mechanical equivalent of a sigh of relief, which makes me think that we would be able to. What is my operative doing? Absolutely nothing. Tell you what, let's go ahead and start building up an intel network around the penitentiary. Start getting some actual intel that we can use for combat. We finally have 10 army experience, so I'm going to tell you guys to stop training and wasting all of my equipment. Then we're going to go to the infantry units, and we're going to see if we can add in some fire teams for a bit of an extra boost. This would leave me with plenty more guns in the bank. All right, good. So that's a slight improvement to my strength on all infantry, which makes up the bulk of my army. Is it what I would want long term? No, but we don't really have much in the way of army experience at this point, so I don't think it's really worth it. New Colorado Republic, Manifest Destiny for me! What does this lead to, by the way? New capital, the Republic's first election, and the banner to salute. Interesting. Let's go for the capital of New Colorado. Let's just find out. They're only 7 days. Let's just go ahead and figure out what's going to happen with these. Why not? Seems reasonable enough. I'll just keep saving up some political power. You know what would be really nice is to change up conscription law when we go to war. Be very nice. This wouldn't actually have any, like, meaningful downsides, but just get me a bit of extra mobilization speed and recruitable population. Could be pretty sweet. Heck, getting the 4-year conscription doesn't even hurt you at all either. It's only once you get to service until dismissal that you start losing some factory output. But it does take a lot of political power. The City of the People. Colorado, an enormous state comprising mountains and plains, savages and civilized folks. You can't say the savage word, that's just insensitive. Around the numbers of 100,000. These people may have been united under our guiding hand, may have been, but the sense of unity has yet to be achieved. A city where all of them can call home is the first step towards this dream. The control of Boulder was always the ultimate goal of the expedition. This place contains old world riches, raw resources, and still functioning technologies worthy of our attention. The dome is a symbol of progress and higher thought as well. The city is heavily radiated though, and while we already started to fix this problem, there could be decades spent before we could repopulate around it. Dog City was the capital of Colorado and its most developed region as well. Heart of the state, and as half our population also lives there, it doesn't though, it's not controlled by me, it's the city of our people. Most of it got demolished under the bombing, and securing seems just as impossible than scouting the whole labyrinth of the concrete jungle. God, the phrasing sometimes. New Sterling would be an interesting choice as well. It is rather small compared to the other two, but it is heavily industrialized, perfectly fitting for our new military's HQ. Its pre-planned streets and buildings made it easily expandable, and as we purged our old residents, it could take any form we require. Still, it was a city of raiders, and hardly any have sentimental value compared to the other two. The choice is ours. Well, we don't actually have a choice, because I only own Boulder, so I guess I'm strengthening the position of the scientist faction. There are factions? Apparently, okay. A first election, okay. So we'll boost up a leader, I suppose. Whatever that means. Maybe we can finally get rid of this guy. Goddard, you know, engineering and all, great. And forming Colorado, great. However, we already are Colorado. And second, I don't really care about your energy cells. That's just not that exciting to me. So I'm kind of eager to get rid of this person. I just don't think it's quite worth it. There are other things we could be doing to boost up our place, by the way. We could get another off-map civilian workshop. It would take 50 political power to do that, though. And I feel like there are probably better things for us to be investing in instead. Still working on some of these civilian factories, slowly but surely. The plan to reform our state into a republic is a given, and no republic could go without the basis of elections. The people have to have the right to stand on the ballot and form their own future. The most safe option, clearly, would let the now reigning group lead our country forward. This group of scientists represented and led by Goddard, and their vision is a bit different from the Californian standard. Their vision encompasses a meritocracy, a place where only the talented, brilliant, and skilled would have the right to vote and having any kind of higher office to run. Letting them guiding us forward clearly would put a big emphasis on scientific development with the neglect of anything else. An interesting option also emerged from the crowd. Agnes, one of the scientists, are quite an interesting figure. A skilled diplomatic, a talented doctor, and having the temperament of a mother bear, she seems a sound choice. Her charisma already brought a high number of followers for her, and as her campaign revolves around uniting the people, and through diplomacy assuring peace in the region, she is very popular. Her reign would bring much-needed stability to the region. The Republic is an offshoot of the NCR. This is something we never denied. But some would sacrifice everything to get the most out of the situation. The real authority, General Coleridge, is a stern man, a real soldier with the most loyal hearts from the original expedition. He speaks softly and carrying a big stick, and wants to turn the Republic the NCR's new frontier. He envisions Californian settlers and maybe one day the total integration of the region into the NCR proper. A soldier with great renown, lots of people expect from him our protection from the incoming tide from the south. Naturally, his rule will bring even more significant emphasis on our armed forces. Okay. So lose political power, gain some stability. And I don't care about energy cells, but we strengthen the scientists further. Lose a lot of stability for a radical reformer, but gain research speed and trade deal opinion factor. I like the stability and the research. I mean, I like the research speed, but losing stability kind of sucks. I don't care that much about trade deals. And then military construction speed, dockyard speed, and planning speed. I mean, that just seems better. I don't know what it means to strengthen specific factions. If I were going with my own personal choice, I'd probably go for Agnes. But I'm looking at Coleridge and thinking, that's pretty good, and I'm going to need military power. We're going to do that. Specialized alloys is done. Okay, so we're boosting up our robots. Let's go for the Protectron and see if we can get that set up. We can go for the banner to salute, the flag for the people. Again, another 7 days. I guess we can change up our flag if we so desire. Me? Do I really care about changing up the flag? Probably not, but oh well. Justification is done. Good, okay, so we can go to war. I guess we go ahead and do that now. And let's see if this works as intended. We're gonna see if we can tempt him to abandon his front lines and head over here. Yep, okay, so there he is. I actually may want to redraw this slightly. Hang on, the flag for the people. We priority spoke about symbols and such, but the most important ones have to be decided now. The flag. Our old guard, the expedition, set their foothold and conquered much of the Colorado under their old flag, the Bear of California, upon the grand letters of the NCR. Just be sure that, even in Colorado, where only the news can be heard, everyone could recognize it from afar. We have left behind us at the Reformation, but some would grant back his right. For the most, this debate is completely unnecessary. We are the successor state of Colorado, and as such, we will parade under the Grand Sea with pride and loyalty. I agree. One of our designer drafted something that somehow got brought before the Provisional Council. Its base is clearly inspired by the NCR, the national animal in profile, on our colors in the background, and the symbol of ours placed next to the animal's head. Not really creative or inspired, and the implementation is crude at best. There are lots of people who love it. Many of us believe they're simply trolls, or hardcore NCR loyalists to the extreme. The vote on it is cast. I mean, we can strengthen any faction, but also we can gain stability if we go for this one. Let's do that. So I've actually strengthened all factions now at this point, which is a little bit awkward. Okay. We're going to try to move you back a little further like this. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm trying to give you room to move out a little further if you don't mind. You are doing something. Okay, they're moving around. Okay, I need you guys to, like, go over here or something instead. Don't go this way where you're just gonna get in their way. Okay, so this is working, sort of. They are moving out, so we're gonna be able to get away from the bottleneck. No, you go ahead and retreat. Go ahead and retreat. I didn't want you there in the first place, it's fine. So they're gonna be pulling some troops forward. We're tightening the noose. He wants to come after me, but if you want to exhaust your morale, that's completely fine. Okay, so he's sending quite a few troops after me over here. We're gonna go ahead and pull back. I don't want to go through this. They're going for Saratoga. And this is where I think I now push forward like this and try to hold on to Saratoga. So he's now fallen for the bait, but we don't lose the victory point. Okay, so now that he's pulling this back, guess what we do? We attack with everything we got right here. That's a big looking boom right there, and if we can take that and push all the way through here and deny him victory points, he'll have no supply, and his entire army is going to die. The Colorado Congress. Let's go ahead and work on that next. You stay put. Okay, so we should be able to do that. The most important decisions have been made. We have made the place, the symbol, and the man for being a properly working state. Now the boring parts have to be manifest. And hosting the first Coloradan Congress will be the first on the list, while hardly be boring at all. The factions behind our previous decisions and suggestion brawled for power through the legislature, and looking through our senators, we can easily say who won these fight for sure. While our elected leader packs a heavy punch in all matters, there is no absolute power here, and the most numerous faction clearly will have the final word in all matters. Gain military council. So maybe the military faction won because they're our leader. 10% recruitable population factor in organization. Oh my god, yes. Me likey, I take that, thank you. Okie smokies. Okay, so that's taken care of. So now, I don't actually care about you guys all moving here. You can stop where you are, this is fine. So now what I do is say get rid of that, and let you all control this, while you are going to move here and push here. Go. As long as we hold this crossing, and if we can continue pushing through across here with overwhelming force, we've got it.
Come on, give me a reason.
In theory. Of course, he might try to retreat a little bit.
What's up?
Send some reinforcements over here. Need at least a couple of you guys to move over here, because obviously getting cut off would be a disaster. Alright, so now we have Emergency Act marching cohorts. Fortify our rivers with outposts. Raise Fort Pueblo. Raise a marine company for every river crossing we have to defend our borders. And also we have a defense bonus against Lannis's cohort for 360 days. Interesting. I'm not sure I need that yet, but we will want that eventually. I don't know what the criminal code does. Let's go ahead and try for that. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, let's see if we can indeed push through this, because this is kind of the entire point. If we can do this and crush them, I'm gonna ask you to actually attack here and pin them down so he can't go anywhere for a minute.
What's up?
You do the same thing. Just pinning him down, not trying to do anything crazy. I just don't want to give him a chance to split his forces up, which is what he's trying to do right now. I need to win this fight so I can pin these guys down and prevent them from reinforcing so I can properly finish the encirclement. Which is right there. We attack with you. You actually stay put. Hang on. You go here. You go here. Let's block this place off. That said, hang on. If we lose this, we're in a lot of trouble. So I actually need you to stop and just nothing but defend. Warrior equipment. That should give me some breakthrough value. This is a little ahead of time. We could go for more. Radar stations could be nice. I think reinforced speed and other stuff would be better, though. Let's go for that. I cannot lose this point. Absolutely critical we do not lose this point. I'm going to send more reinforcements. We have to defend there before anything else. Looks like they do have some troops over here.
What's up?
We weren't quite able to fully defend it, but we can prevent these guys from going anywhere, and we just have to hold off and burn down their morale. Now we're defending over here. Okay. So he can't go anywhere. We didn't trap all of his troops, but this has to be the vast majority of his army, right? Oh, gosh dang it, he sent more. Okay, he's actually making this difficult on me.
What's up? Yeah?
Okay, I need you to stop wasting any of your power. We need to burn these guys all down.
Coward.
I don't care which fight we win, I just care that we win one. Tell you what, one of you actually go here. Because this would also be enough to fully encompass them. And if we can hold it, there we go. Move here. Okay, so this is going to get tricky in that we have a lot of space that we now need to try and control. But, so we're spread thin. But, if we get over here and we have these guys pinned, they're going to lose supply and we're going to kill them. Okay, we can continue with automated warfare. Do we go down Wasteland Economy, which gives me factory output, a lot of it, plus 10 organization for all army. It's pretty good. Plus recovery rate, hardness, and armor. Or do we go down direct control, which benefits robots, and robots? Really depends on what we think we're going to commit to. Do I think I'm going to commit to lots of robots? And if so, if we have a totally robotic army, this would be great. I haven't got a ton of robots yet. I have mostly regular infantry. To that extent, the factory output to boost them could be nice. Plus 10 organizations a lot. Long term, I think robots. Short term, I think this. I don't know. I could go for the robots, and we'll just say that the long term, we're going to commit to this. I think this could be better if you're going to have a mixed army. This is better if you're going to go hard on the robots. Extra damage is really important, though. Every little bit of extra damage makes a huge difference in Old World Blues.
Yeah?
All right, we're going to attack from this direction and try to tighten the noose on these guys a little bit.
What's up?
Now we can try to attack in a few places and start tightening this up.
What's up?
At least such is the goal.
What is it?
Let's try to attack in a few places here. I just need to make sure that we have tightened this noose enough that he can't join his forces back up. Like, if he grabbed this real quick, we'd be in trouble. But we're getting some more infantry down here to help. There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to reinforce. He's backing off. The thing is, I absolutely cannot let all of these units leave. I need at least a couple of infantry to stay here at all times. Okay, so we're winning some important fights. Okay, he is setting up some troops down here, and this is going to get annoying, but it doesn't matter if we're going to be able to take out most of his forces. And this is quite a lot of troops for him to lose. I don't know how many he had exactly to begin with. We have some intel now, somewhere between 8 and 30. So it's actually a relatively even fight. I have an advantage, but it's even-ish. The Criminal Code. Colorado was always a chaotic place after the war. Its northern regions were plagued with feral ghouls and raiders, and the rest are under different tribals, and they don't understand nor respect the law. While our establishment by proxy tried to combat these problems, it brought its criminal elements as well. Corruption with local officials and officers just as rampant, sadly. We'll have to conjure up a criminal code that could combat these problems. While it in depth is quite dry a topic, we still could choose one direction we could follow: the principle of the hard fist or the gentle palm. The hard fist is quite self-explanatory. We don't know or show mercy. Any transgression will be rewarded with high fines and strict closure. Everyone will feel the consequences. The gentle palm seems like a weird one, as any punishment have to be as permissive as possible. The goal is to reform perpetrators, not break them. Resistance target or compliance gain. I like compliance gain. Compliance gain's good. It lets me build up all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah?
Some of you guys should not be leaving here.
Hello.
I'm gonna let you move here.
I've got you now.
We're trying to push these guys back. You guys stop attacking here. You guys stop attacking here and push here only. Vault City declared a war on the Pale Folk. I need enough troops to properly defend this spot, but I don't want to get rid of too much. Gotta be somewhat cautious. He's trying to send everything he's got right here. You can pin them down a little bit. I need to try and stop these guys from getting very far. If he punches up too many troops here, he might actually be able to break through this. He's got 4 soldiers left here. I guess we can go ahead and try to cross the strait since he's left it wide open. Let's see what happens there. The Lawless Wasteland, I don't need the war goals there, so we're going to ignore that for the moment. I think we go for Lessons from the Old World for the Doctrine boost, and also, this will lead to something called Pass the Torch, which unlocks Army Reform decisions, as well as make all my divisions better. Which I have to imagine is a good thing for me.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Let's see if we can actually tighten the noose here a bit more. I want to punch through this and split his forces off. Okay, so now he's got only a couple of troops that are locked here. The rest of you, yeah, start heading down this direction. We'll surround and finish these guys off. He's got low organization. There's not a lot that he can do. Stonks! That's right, you give me those bottle caps. Boom. All right, I'm going to grab Little Snake. I'm just going to kind of work around up over here. And I don't think he's got any troops up over on the west side. I think he sent everything he could to save his army over here. We could probably just hold this line and just move forward with our troops and we'd win. Hello, more guys. You goes here. And you know what? We go ahead and give you a front line. Like that. Go if you have the chance. All right, so this war is going very well. Should be completely fine. No divisions in basic training. I'll fix that later. If we can keep this war going a little bit longer, I'll happily change up some conscription law while I can. Since obviously that can be useful. He is now trying to pull his troops back.
Hey.
Well, too little too late, my friend. We're going to try to get down here to the Narrow and see if we can cut you off. The rest of you, guess what? Time to move.
Yeah?
You guys fight here. You guys fight here. Enjoy the kill. Slaughter them. Okay, so I said I want to keep this war going a little bit. We will try for a little bit, but we also want to make sure we just win. I can go to war against someone else later. Heck, who do we want to go for next? The Twin Mothers. So, thing about them is I think there's a boost for that. Yeah, Goddess from the Machine gets an event. Goddess in our backyards. I don't know what this event does. Maybe we let them live for a bit longer. Instead, maybe I go for... You have potentially more troops. Who's an easy pick? The Claim Jumpers? You're the easiest, possibly. I take that back. There's a few places we'd have to fight a little bit over some straits, which I don't like. But we can always just pull back and do the same trick. I think we start justifying a war goal on you. No, wait. Save the political power. We're gonna try to get the conscription law first.
Yeah?
You just go around the penitentiary. Don't take it. I need one of you guys to just go ahead and clear this all out.
What's up?
You help over here. You help over here. Okay, he's trying to prevent me from doing anything, but it's not going to matter. A little bit more political power. Just a little bit more.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
I don't ask for much. I just want a little bit of power. Unlimited power? Maybe so. Demand tribute. The Raiders have sent a message. The Hounds of Day. Who the frick are you? These guys. Because I have borders with you now. Gain the option to raid our lands. I'll just have to kill you. It's fine. We can kill you. I'm not worried about it. What are you going to do against my superior intellect? Answer, not a dang thing. I mean, you might try, but it won't work. There you go. Just grab all of this.
Yeah?
Okay, he's going to try to save up his capital. It's not going to matter much. Time to start pushing.
Hey.
He's trying to refortify, which I'm going to find very irritating very quick. Can you go down here and just cut these guys off real quick? I'm a little worried he's going to try to cut me off instead, but I got reinforcements on the way. We'll be alright. Not quite able to finish you guys off, huh?
Hello.
Can change that pretty quick. Let's just go ahead and burn them. Alright, so we have everything we need. Let's go to conscription law. Let's change this to 2-year conscription, which gets me mobilization speed as well as more recruitable population.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
He is actively leaving his capital, which is amusing because that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah?
He's trying to cut me off is what he's trying to do.
What's up?
I respect it, but now I actually have to fight you. Darn it. Alright.
Yeah?
Whatever, it's fine. We got the troops. Let's just go ahead and kill him. Attack from multiple directions where possible. Oh, I probably should be using my planes. Let's do ground support and air superiority of the region. A song from the front. War support or political power. War support's hard to get. Let's get that. Oops. Okay. Well, we are out of time for this video, but we should be able to now completely slaughter these guys. I actually need to prevent these guys from going anywhere, because he's trying to get his capital back, which I find irritating. Can we just take this real quick? Hang on. I know we're out of time, but let's just get this real quick. Army experience, finally, some. Let's go for pass the torch. See if we can possibly burn this.
Come on.
Fast as possible. Come on, burn it. Oh, darn you all.
Just speak with you, sir.
All right, well, we can still get the capital. He just is going to be annoying about it, apparently. All right, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here, and then we'll come back to it next time. All right, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.